I had just such a weird day. Like, it was insanity. The weirdness started at freaking 5 a.m.
All right.
6.4. Get out of get out. Just to look over and see the whole chat taken up with it. I'm like half conscious right now. I just itched my hat to itch my head. This is concerning. Alright. I was going to... What the Sigma? I was going to tell a story that I'm holding on to after I got the achievement. As like a... Yeah, I did it. I don't know if I'm going to get the achievement though. It's bedtime. You want to hear my story before you go to bed? It's going to be like 10 minutes maybe? Okay. Alright. Bedtime story. Okay. So this is what my day started with. I went to bed last night. Toasted. Okay, I was kind of toasted. It was a long work day. I worked from like 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And then I proceeded to go to the gym and get changed and barely work out and then leave. I ate a full Little Caesars pizza the day before that, but yesterday I didn't do that. I've been very like eating a ton some days and then fasting other days. I've been really up and down. But yesterday I slammed like a Truly Unruly, which is a Truly, but it's like twice as much alcohol. And it really shouldn't have gotten me that messed up, but it kind of did. I was tired. I didn't have a lot of food. And then I kind of crushed this drink quickly. So anyway, I was pretty out of it, you could say. And I cracked open another one. And then I came to bed and I laid down. I was watching like a Germa stream or something. And I had this like 3/4 full Truly Unruly just set on my nightstand next to my bed. And I was like, this is going to be great. I'm going to crush this other Truly and just like have a good time and watch this stream. Germa's like my comfort streamer. I think I passed out in like 3 minutes with all the lights on in my room. And I hate having lights on when I'm asleep. Because I wake up with like migraines and stuff when that happens. I end up waking up at like 5 o'clock, having to pee. So that I get up to pee. I have the migraine. My nose is like completely stuffed. And my mouth is dry. So I get a cup of water. And it's 5 o'clock. I tried to find like my earbud case, put them away and stuff. I couldn't. So I just put my earbuds back on the nightstand. And I go to bed. I just like throw myself into the bed and pass out. Okay. Then my body wakes me up at 6 after a dream, and I'm going to talk about that dream. But I went to sleep with my head on my black pillows, my 2 black pillows, at the head of my bed, next to the nightstand. This dream was so tumultuous and scary that I woke up with my head at the foot of my bed, my black pillows like up against my PC setup here and like against the wall, like both black pillows were over here. And my sheets were completely twisted in like a full knot, basically. And my fan was off too. What I think happened was during my night terror, I was also extremely hot in my bed. And I think I got caught under my blankets. And I like was trying to get them off. That's not all. I kicked the other pillows at the head of my bed while I was doing acrobatics or whatever, asleep, and Rube Goldberg machine knocked over my Truly Unruly, and it landed perfectly to like tilt like this, and it poured over everything. It poured over my phone, onto my exposed earbuds, and it's like a wooden nightstand. It poured over all the top of it, all the sides, the fronts, and the front has 2 drawers, and it poured into the drawers, and then it poured onto my rug. Everything was completely soaked in like a vodka seltzer. So that was great. So what could have caused such a catastrophe to make me kick it, you might ask? Okay, this was the dream. I don't know why, but like my psyche is just so messed up. Sometimes my brain decides to give me a nightmare where it basically gives me a stage play beforehand. Like, it's not a script. It's just like, these are the conditions that your brain is going to operate under. And I'm fully convinced that this is like what my life is. So the stage play for this dream was, you have had schizophrenia for all of your adult life. and it has not flared up in a long time. But the actual dream was me waking up on Friday, today. It was 8 a.m., and I was late to work, and I'm aware that I have a schizophrenia for my adult life. Okay, so in my dream, I get up out of bed, and I'm like, whew, I'm glad my schizophrenia hasn't flared up in a while. And I walk out of my room into the living room, and there's a woman sitting on my couch that I know is not real. And the couch isn't turned toward the TV. The whole entire couch is rotated to face me as I walk down the hall, exiting my room. And she's like reading a magazine or something, and she's giving no indication that I exist at all. She can't hear me, and she can't see me. And I just like stop dead in my tracks and like look at her. I've never seen this woman in my life either. And I'm like, okay, she's not real. And I look to my left, and shoulder to shoulder with me, not 6 inches apart, is another person, a young girl, looking at her just like I'm looking at her, at this woman. So now my brain's like, why are we both aware of you? Am I a hallucination and you're the schizophrenic? And now I've gone completely insane in my own dream. And I'm convinced that I am awake and my schizophrenia is here. And it's screwed up, really. So anyway, I immediately like start shaking really bad and go into a full psychosis. And I get my phone out of my pocket and I call my mom, and she immediately picks up and is like, hey honey, how's it going? And I'm like, Mom, my schizophrenia is back. And there are people in my apartment, and I know they're not here, but they are here, and I'm so lucid, it's like they're real, and they're right here. And she like reassures me and stuff, and is like, it's okay. And then they start moving or something, and I retreat back to my room, and from here on, it's like the dream gets really fuzzy, but essentially it crescendos. It accelerates, and more stuff happen. All of the walls in my apartment start cracking and like just forming like big long cracks along them and like almost caving in. Pounding, like full fist, like punching, pounding is at my front door, and it gets louder and louder. There's a cat where it's probably spawned from like some videos I watched or something, but you know when a cat gets a plastic bag stuck on it and then it just goes completely haywire and bounces all over everything? It didn't have a plastic bag, but it was bouncing all over everything and like screaming, like cat screaming. And then a bunch of other things too. Like I locked myself in my room, but then someone came out of my closet, like they were already in here. And all the while I'm on the phone with my mom, and I'm literally sobbing and screaming and trying to tell her everything, and then she stops responding. And I'm like, wait, did I ever call her? Complete psychosis. This f***ed up dream, really. Like, why did I have this dream? But the funny thing to imagine is what my body was doing while the whole dream was going on. Like, I was just like spinning around in my bed and stuff, like foot running, like in circles on my bed. I'll never know. I'll never know what I looked like, but for some reason, that's just what my brain wanted to do. So, was that 10 minutes? And then I had to, like, I was recounting all of that while I was cleaning up vodka seltzer off of everything this morning, and I was just in disbelief. Like, why did that happen? Should I seek help? Now that I'm done with the story, I'm like, oh god, that was insane. Oh, you're right, probably. There's also, I listened to a creepypasta podcast, and they just reviewed or listened and read through one called Psychosis a couple weeks ago. That one was like, yeah, a guy going insane because he isolates himself too much. Well, that was the story. Sweet dreams. Yeah, it helps to talk that out. Otherwise, I'd forget that dream. That was just so insane.
and I will see you guys in the next video.